going on, everybody? Another great day. We're back in the shop, going to get straight to it. The E46's alternator is still trash. Ended up getting the thin 32 mil and didn't need it because I already cracked it loose. Waste of money. But I mean, at least I have it to properly put it back on now. The 5.0 as well. Stopped by my boy Kevin's house. Shout out Kevin. Thank you so much. He gave me a fan. Tried the fan out. The fan didn't work out. Not saying the fan was bad or anything. I didn't install it. I just hooked it up, see if it would work. I don't know if that was proper or not. So, called my boy Dave. Also, shout out Dave. He said, just take it for a lap, let the car warm up and everything. So I took it for a drive. Fan cut on. That's a dub. So we're going to get kicking on the Mustang as well. Get some content with that rolling. Overly excited. So let's get cracking in the E46. Get that going. I'm going to try to get clips in between me putting it together. But at the same time, I can't 100% quote that because of the transmission problems. I messed all that up. Trying to get clips in between, just like, hey, look, you gotta do this. And I messed up my damn self. But yeah, so let's get this going and see where we end up. So while we have the fan off, obviously we already had it off with the whole 32 mil incident, whatnot. I'm gonna take a T50 down here, remove the tension, get the serpentine belt off, but just enough to, get it off the alternator. I don't feel like rerouting everything back in there. Let's try to do one of these little, I don't even know if that worked or not, but we tried. And if it didn't, we'll, get it better on the next go around. So we got 2 bolts we got to remove, and then we can get to all the wires in the back. I'm not really worried about those right now until I can see them properly. So let's get to that. So we got the alternator out. Everything was going smooth. Here comes my favorite saying. With cars. These are 2 different alternators. Kind of thought that when I saw this, and I was like, I don't think mine has that, but I just let it ride, and I'm a little upset. But it is what it is. I really had high hopes on this until that connector doesn't look like that connector, and I need this connector and not that connector. Mustang time. All right, so I lied. I had a really genius idea to take apart 2 alternators to try to make one, and then I learned something very useful. My alternator died because I'm guessing that wore out. That is way smaller than that. The 2 connectors would have swapped had that been in better condition, but I'm not going to trust it. It grinds within here, so if it's not making contact, I can see how it's not working the way that it should be, I reckon. Don't quote me on that, but they do move up and down. And that one's just cooked. So back to the drawing board. We're going to go back. Probably not go back. I'm probably going to go back because this alternator is not that bad. The connector just wasn't proper. And I did have another spare here, but that one as well didn't have. Yeah, it sucks. But now to the Mustang. As you can hear in the background, the 5.0 is alive and well and thumping. The spark plugs and injectors probably need to get looked at. Got a little bit of a misfire, but that's where I'm going to start, right there. Overly happy though. Fans are on and working. Car is working. Yes, it's dusty and it's dirty. The car has been sitting for over a month, so what more do you want from me? We're gonna get it all cleaned up, get her nice and pretty, and ensure that we keep this car going. Let's get some content with the car. The car sounds amazing. Let's just give it a little bit of a it's a beautiful car. Car's amazing. Fell in love with it when I first got it. It's just been a lot of problems that I've been having with it, and also kind of with the year, losing grandparents and getting sick as a dog. You can't really just fix a car, Then other builds breaking down as well. We're not going to drive the car to work yet until she's proper. Thought about getting some new coilovers for the car. Try to raise up the front a little bit. I have scraping problems heavily. Also thought about doing the 13 to 14 conversion because this is a 2012. I do like it a little bit, but the front end is like kind of thin to me. I think the 13 to 14 is a little bit more beefier, and I love the look. So I think we might go that route and do a new wrap job. I've had this wrap on the car for over a year. I love it. It's my favorite look of the car that I've had, at least. So we'll see where we go with it. Other than that, we're just going to get the car freshened up, get a nice little tune-up on it, get all that stuff replaced, and try to get the car driving to a good daily again. That's pretty much what I've been doing with the car, so that's what I would love to continue doing with the car. Also got other little things I got to fix, like I did that. And my wife still won't let me drift it, but understandable. But we'd love to drift this car, but got to get that fixed. So, hi, boo-boo. Yeah, so overly happy to have the Mustang done. Got to buy an alternator, and we'll see where we end up in the next one. Have a great day. What's going on, everybody? Another great day, and I know everything's different right now. I'm not holding the phone. I'm driving the Mustang. What? I know, crazy as fuck. Too much, got one around a turn. You feel me? Anywho, yeah, we got the Mustang fixed. The fans are working, keeping the car cool. I'm keeping on the Engage just in case. Really watching the temperatures. We're gonna head out to the car wash so I can give a good little look over of the car and clean it up. You know, it's been a really long time since I've been able to drive the car with everything that's been going on. You know, so this is a real pivotal moment for me right here. So our transmission's also bad in this car. So, fourth gear is like gone, and third gear is following behind it. It's just the way that the cookie crumbles with cars with me. I don't know. This year hasn't been that well, but it's going. You know, you can turn things around. Just because things are going bad doesn't mean you gotta stop. You just gotta punch through that shit and keep fucking pushing. Anyway, we're gonna head out to the car wash, get the car washed. Obviously, what the fuck else are you gonna head there for? And just cruise around for a second in the car and just enjoy it. You know, it's just been a very long time. The car's beautiful in my mind, you know. That's all that matters. I hope you all enjoy the car as well. I do have a little bit of work I gotta do to the body, but it was just something that happened. I got in my first ever accident, and it was shitty. So maybe when I hit 1,000 subs, I'll include the video. I mean, I gotta do a video, so we'll see. But yeah, let's get the car clean and get to it. We're gonna get her all bathed up. I think eventually we might take the wrap off. I'm not 100% sure on that or not, but definitely thought about it. So we'll see. Let's get this thing washed off. I really hate when a foam cannon doesn't work. It makes no sense. Waste some money. I really needed those suds. I refuse to use the brush. We're gonna make do with what we got. cab with me, give me a nice little wash and everything. That's a no-brainer. My boy does a really good job. The last time he washed the car, I didn't have to wash the car for like 3 months, so it would be dumb not to. With the Mustang, the plan with the car, I don't really have one at this moment. It's more or less, I got the car running, so what do I want to do now? I would love to drift the car. I would love to be able to drift this thing. It was the first car that I actually learned to drift in, like to complete an actual circuit. So I had that tied to it, but I sucked in it, to be honest with you. It had a lot of power. I didn't know what I was doing. The car's boosted, so that's why I got an E46 to learn in. I learned in it, became somewhat, I suck at drifting too, so I don't even know if that was good. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyways, my wife said she would divorce me if I drifted the car. Within right reason, you know, this is my car I drive to work. You know, I haven't been driving it to work, but that was a problem because I couldn't drive it to work. So, I would love to do the 13 to 14 front conversion. I love that front end a lot better than the 11 to 12. Well, sorry, 10 to 12. I would love to do another fuel system on the car and run E85, do a new fuel pump. I have slicks for the car, but I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to push a little bit more power and get the car ready for drifting, even though I'm not going to drift it. I would love to build it for drifting, as in do coilovers, angle kit. I have a bucket seat for the car already, and just build the car over time to where when I'm able to, or, you know, not able to, but I decide to drift the car, or if there's events like the U.S. Winter Drift Series at the tracks in Virginia, or VMP, sorry, I'm gonna take the car there and then drift it. You can't really bring a car there other than a mechanical failure. It's an open lot, but you can go fast. You can go very fast there. That's why I love the track. I love this car, other than the transmission problem. I lose traction a lot when I do pulls, so I don't really do pulls that often, especially on these tires. I am on a 285 right now. It works. I drive on it in the rain and the snow. This has been my daily since I've gotten it. I know it's pretty crazy to say that I've daily to a boosted car, but yeah, that's pretty much the situation. Overly excited. The temperature's staying perfect right now, so I cannot complain, and I don't want to, you know. So whatever the car might bring, hopefully it's good for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, you know, having something different on the channel other than the BMW. I love the BMW, but this is my baby right here. This car, dude, like, this car is my love. It sounds so amazing. Other than that, I am going to get rid of the burbles. I would love to get the car retuned when it's on E85 and tell them no burbles, no burbles. We are not messing with the burbles. It's cool sometimes. It's loud. It's overly loud. I don't have long tubes on the car. It's more of just a shorty setup that's kind of like fabbed into my own long tubes. So they're like medium tubes, if that counts for something. And it has a really nice note to it for the most part. I would love to get long tubes eventually, do the setup that I had on my 2015. I'm going to see if I can find a clip and include it. But that car was disgusting. It blew flames like no tomorrow, and it wasn't even boosted, and made great power. I would love to include the dyno for that as well. So initially, that's my goal for this car, but I don't want to go fast. I don't want to go fast in a straight line.
drifting is fun because I'm still right there on the edge. You're balancing the chaos, you know? And if you crash, you know, fix your shit. You're good. But if you crash racing, you know, you're going very fast. And I know there's safety equipment for it, but right now, that's not what I'm into. It was what I was into. I could be lying to y'all right now, too. I could pop out at a meet with Jay. So we'll just see what happens, you know. I'm talking about making the car fast again, and that is initially what I did at first. Racing was what I loved until I found drifting, and then drifting pretty much just snatched me away. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get back in the garage, get a nice plan going for the next one. We're gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm overly excited to get more content out to you. I'm excited to almost hit 1,000 subs. So let's get it.